Hello to everyone who's listening. You're joining us for another 10 minutes with here at the Tyne Theatre Opera House. And today we are joined by one of my favourite comedians. She's going to be yours by the end of this interview, I'm sure. Luisa, would you please introduce yourselves to our listeners?
That's a very lovely introduction. I'm very flattered. Hello everyone, my name is Luisa Omielan. I am a comedian and I've been going for probably about 16, 17 years, but I've been doing solo shows for 10 years. And the first solo show I ever did was a show called What Would Beyonce Do, which is 10 years ago this year, which became a bit of like a mega hit on the underground comedy circuit because it was just a ridiculous show. It was just basically, I like going out with my friends and I like going out for cocktails and I like going out for a cocktail and a dance and a boogie and a gossip and a chat about politics, dating, relationships, how to do your eyeliner, what's happening in the world right now, current affairs, and try and dance like a really sexy stripper, which I really admire that I can't sadly have the flexibility. So that's what I wanted, but in a comedy show. And so I created What Would Beyonce Do, which is essentially a comedy version of that. A great question. Do you know what I don't think it's actually changed. I think I've just got better at delivering it. So I think I've always been quite like, I loved watching Sister Act when I was younger, and I'd watch that film, or I'd watch Cher in concert or Beyonce in concert, and I'd leave feeling so excited. And I was like, how do I make people feel like that? But after watching a stand-up show, like, how do I make you leave feeling like, I can do anything? And so I think I've just got better at delivering it. I think when I first started, I was quite manic and hyper and not really know what I was doing and trying, but not really articulating what I wanted to get across very well. And so I think I've got better at performing, hopefully. Hopefully. I've got better at performing. The only problem is you probably missed my peak, because when I was 25, 26, 27, I could do all the dance moves and really nail it. Like now I'm out of breath when I get on stage and just say hello. So I feel like I need to do some exercise before I come to see you, Newcastle, because yes, 39 is feeling it. 39-year-old me is feeling it. Yeah. I would always be on stage dancing as the audience come in. Like, I'm always going to do that because I feel like you're coming to my house and it's my party, and so I want to make you feel welcome, and I want to set up what the rules are. And the rules are not that you sit there and watch a show with your arms folded. The rules are, this is your show, this is your event, you're going to be part of it. And what I'm really excited about is going back to that in my stand-up shows, because my last show, sadly, my couple of shows ago, was quite sad and got quite serious. It was about politics, and it was a heavy and it was an important show, but it became like a rally. And what's lovely about this is that I get to do some of my older stuff, which felt more like a party atmosphere. So you may get lap danced on, you might get my boobs in your face. I know there's been a movement, #MeToo. I will do my best to be careful, but I might be gyrating in your face, and hopefully you'll be gyrating in mine. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm curating the playlist at the moment. So obviously a Beyonce song, there's going to be a Cher song. Basically, there's always a power ballad in there. There's a dancehall song in there. There'll be something from Sean Paul or Shaggy. I see I see you in there. There'll be something from like an 80s power ballad in there. There will be an R&B from the 90s, early 2000s in there. So there might be like a next song like Wifey will be in there. Oh, Cookies and Cream. Oh, but then I do want a Notorious B.I.G. song, but then I also want something like Celine Dion. But then I also like 80s, like We're the Kids of America. Like I like throwing in random stuff like that. So feel good, party, anthemic, across the genres. I like my takeaways across the genres, a buffet of everything. Eclectic is what I'd like. So Politics of Bitches was recently, it was a BBC documentary that came out a couple of years ago, and then I recently did it again for Amazon. So it's out on Amazon Prime right now. You can check it out. It's called Politics of Bitches. It was Soho Theatre, season 3, episode 8. Very specific. And it was essentially how I never cared for politics. Like I thought politics was really dry and really boring, and I didn't care for it. And this was before every day was just a horse poo show of news. This was before, like, when I was still quite naive to it. I didn't realize how bad everything was. My mum sadly passed away from cancer, and she kind of got misdiagnosed, and they missed it. And so because they missed it, she fell through all the cracks in the system, and she wasn't provided with adequate care. And it was very hurtful and very painful and very distressing. And as soon as we got into a hospices are amazing and fantastic. And so afterwards I came out so hurt and grieving and everything else, and I was so angry, because you go, well, if the system's not there to support you when you desperately need it, there's wrong with the system. So I started doing a show about it and just breaking down, like, well, actually, what is that? And that is politics, like how you live, how well you live, and more importantly, how well you die, sadly, is quite a political question. Now, this sounds hilarious, I know, but actually, I can make it so. So it was looking at those things. And so then when the pandemic happened, again, it was seeing the inequality and seeing the differences and seeing how hard it is for people, when actually you go, it doesn't need to be. Like, we have got choices, we can make things better. If we work together, we can make great change and make things better. So the show became a bit of a call to arms to go, guys, like, you matter. Like, as long as you pay taxes, you might think that your voice is relevant or that you're not relevant to the political like conversation, but you absolutely fucking are. Like, you absolutely are. And as long as you pay taxes, you've got a voice, like, and you should be part of it. And that's it. Like, you belong. That's it. So that's what that show was. Yeah. I love just being able to fulfill my dream on stage. Like, it's really wanky, but I love being able to like I wanted to act, and I wanted to be an actress, and I wanted to show off, and I wanted to be heard, and I wanted to feel like life was shit, right? But it's got to be better than this. And I was desperate just to scream out, like, it's got to be better than this. And comedy allows me to do that on a daily basis, to go on stage and be like, guys, it's got to be better than this. And that gives me quite like a sense of hope and excitement. And I like not feeling so isolated, because often all your like demons or things that you think about, or you think, oh, I can't talk about politics, or I can't talk about I saw a TikTok earlier of a girl that said, oh, people think she's really chill, but she saw a guy at the gym, and low key she went on the gym Instagram page to find out who was a follower of that gym's Instagram page, and she found him on the Instagram page, started liking all his profile pictures, all his pictures, so then he would pay her attention, then he slid into her DMs, and he thinks she's really cool, and she's like, he's got no fucking idea. And all this weird shit we do on the DL that we do by ourselves privately. What's nice is coming on stage and be like, I did this psychopathic shit, and people go, oh my god, I did that too, and you go, yes, we're connected. And I love that about comedy, that you can connect with people about anything that's weird, or anything you're vulnerable or insecure about, or anything that you find funny that you probably shouldn't. Like, you can share it and people go, yeah, me too, and you go, great, it's brilliant. Do you know what I think? What I took away a lot from him is that actually, when you meet people that are incredibly successful and done really well in life, it's really nice that there's a symmetry, that you go, they're just an everyday person that followed their talent and pursuit. And actually, that's quite nice to hear, because sometimes I think you think they're so out of reach or so out of, a scope. And then you meet them and you go, they're just a real human being like everybody else. They're just a normal person, but they just really have got a talent that they really pursued and paid attention to, and it's their skill set, and they love it, and they live it, and they breathe it, and they're obsessed with it. And you go, oh, like, I'm on the right track, like, because that's how I feel about my work. So it's really nice to see that, just to see somebody like obsessed with their work, but just also very good at what they do. Like, it's sexy, isn't it? Just see anybody, when you see somebody that's good at something, you're like, oh, that's really hot to watch somebody be good at something. Like, I think it's really attractive, whatever that is. Whether, like, I had a painter decorator, and he put up shelves, and it was the sexiest thing I've ever seen. Like, I was like, oh, that's really horny. Like, you're so good at that. Like, it's a skill. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I liked, yeah. Well, this is not my bedroom. This is like my spare bedroom that I've turned into my studio/cocktail making room. Yes. Oh my god. Okay, so we're going to watch Mask, the one with Sharon, not the one with Jim Carrey. Mask, the one with Sharon, because I love that film. We're going to watch The Notebook. Oh, dreamy. Probably watch The Lion King. They're my 3 films. What I would love to do is, do you know what? It's been a goal that I've always would love to do, and I've never done it. And I know it's very gluttonous. Did you ever watch Gilmore Girls?
Yes, a little bit, yeah.
Right, so Gilmore Girls, what they used to always do is have takeaway from several different things. So they'd have like Indian and Chinese and pizza all in the same takeaway. And I would love to have an oh my gosh, for my 40th, I'm gonna fucking, do you know what? You've just given me a great idea. For my 40th, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get a takeaway, your favorite takeaway from like all your favorite different restaurants, and just have like a big buffet of takeaway. That would be, I love it. I love it. That's made me so happy.
So 10 is heading out on the road very soon, stopping in Newcastle at Tyne Theatre and Opera House on the 21st of October. So
I can't wait. Can I just say I can't wait? I love Newcastle. It's one of my favorite cities. And when I first started doing comedy, you terrified me as an audience, because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die on my ass. They're terrifying. And I went to go do a gig, and I was really nervous. And I have died a couple of times in Newcastle. But then when you do well, oh my gosh, chef's kiss. Like, it is the most beautiful city. Like, when they get you, if you're honest, like, they're on it, and it's just beautiful. Like, I love Newcastle audiences. You're my favorite. I cannot wait to come and stay with you. Like, I love Newcastle. Like, amazing. You got great onion rings. There was a place that used to do great onion rings. The chef's left there now, but there was a place next door that did great onion rings. We will be going there probably afterwards for some onion rings and a cosmopolitan. What more could you want?